Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And this is going to be a little bit different of a video, as I just want to talk about what coins I'm holding and what coins I am buying and why I am so excited about them, because so many people ask me every single day, man, what coins do you hold? What coins do you recommend? Yada, yada, yada. And even though none of this stuff I'm going to talk about is going to be a recommendation of any way, shape, or form, as this is not financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor, I will be talking about my personal holdings and why I like them. Alright, so that's basically what this video is for due to popular demand. And I'm going to start it off with the coin I talk about the most, which obviously is XRP. And on that note, I actually want to give away 250 XRP if this video can get 1,500 likes within 24 hours. Make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below, and let's get into it for today. So what is XRP? If you have watched the channel before, you most likely are already quite familiar with what exactly XRP is, but the way that I personally see it is it's going to be the bridge asset for all payments in the future. That's at least my easiest way of saying it. If you, for example, in, let's say, Nigeria, want to send some money to South Korea, you're not going to do that with Nigerian Naira to South Korean won directly, because that's, first of all, pretty cumbersome, and a lot of these exchanges then, or I guess providers, would have to have both currencies to make transactions like that possible. You know, if you were to, for example, go to MoneyGram, it would be pretty cumbersome for them to get this through with real money. So kind of a middleman there is XRP, where, for example, your Nigerian Naira is switched to XRP, and then XRP is being sent over, which takes about 3 seconds instead of a couple of days, and then is being switched over as well from this XRP again to South Korean won, for example. Right? And that's kind of the principle behind it. However, that is the most basic sense in which XRP can be used by Ripple through ODL on RippleNet. Ripple is mostly the company that's behind XRP. Officially, XRP is created by, I guess, a couple of people, then it was gifted to Ripple for the majority, but that's another story for another day. We are not trying to talk about inception and everything in this video. It is mostly about exactly why I hold them, and for XRP it is because they could facilitate so many payments and they're being worked on by such an important and huge company that they just have the utility to scale and scale and scale. Another part of it is that there's DeFi built on top of XRP. It's not very established, but it's being built right now and the ropes are there, so I'm pretty excited about that, not going to lie. Then I want to quickly shout out Webull here. Make sure you check it out. A link is down below if you're from the US, because you can get, I believe, 4 free stocks right now until the end of the year. Just check it out. The link is down below, and let's head over into my second coin, which is Ethereum. And now, if you haven't heard about Ethereum before, you have most likely slept under a rock. But Ethereum launched in 2015, pretty late actually for quite a lot of other cryptos, but Ethereum is an open source, blockchain-based, decentralized software platform used for its own crypto ether. It enables smart contracts and dApps to be built and run without any downtime, fraud, control, or interference from a third party. And the basic thing here, which everybody talks about when we're talking about Ethereum, is just, it's a platform. So it's a place where things are built upon. You've most likely seen quite a lot of things that are built on top of Ethereum already in your time. I mean, for example, Tron used to be something which was built on top of Ethereum, Tron being another coin. And if you check through these lists, if you just go in and touch a couple of these cryptos, you'll eventually notice quite a lot of cryptocurrencies which have a ERC20 logo on them, especially if you were to look through a coin market cap. I think on there they actually show it properly, where a lot of them have an ERC20 type of logo attached to it. Those are all coins that are built on top of Ethereum, and most stuff that has to do with DeFi, I think you guys have heard that by now before as well. Yeah, most of that stuff is built upon Ethereum, and the term smart contracts is also mostly associated with Ethereum, but that type of stuff we're not going to be covering here, but that's the reason I hold it. Even though there are quite a lot of other coins like Zilliqa, who basically do what Ethereum does, and in my opinion better, or Cardano, kind of the same line, there is actually a good reason why I do hold Ethereum still, and that is because it's the main coin. Right? I told you guys about Bitcoin, but that's not in my video for today, because that's the main coin here, which most people hold right now. I don't think I need to tell you guys about Bitcoin too much, and why I hold that one is just the main coin that most institutions are buying. Ethereum is, I guess, the second most popular coin out there, and just Institutions have the go-ahead for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So since it's a platform that's already working on Ethereum 2.0 right now, which is taking Ethereum from a proof of work to a proof of stake, it's a pretty big thing. It helps with scalability. Yeah, I put some money in that to make sure that I'm involved because I think there's a lot of good stuff happening on this one, even though I don't know if there's a lot of longevity. I mean, I don't know if Ethereum will stay here around for the next 50 or so years, where with XRP, I'm quite convinced they will. Now for Zilliqa, this is of course a coin I got into quite a lot later since it's quite a lot newer. They have their own cool programming language called Zilla. Ethereum, by the way, also has their own programming language, but as mentioned, the single biggest selling point of Zilliqa is that it's a smart contract platform that is designed to scale, and there are a lot of different ideas about how to scale a blockchain, but the solution that Zilliqa has gone with is sharding. Instead of having a single blockchain that would commonly be called the main chain or base chain, the blockchain is split into multiple parts. Since smart contracts are built on different shards, usage demands are spread out over the network. Congestion is alleviated, and Zilliqa can scale up to thousands of transactions per second. Conveniently, as the network grows, Zilliqa can add more shards to scale a very high level, or to a very high level. And of course, there are some good parts about using shards and some bad parts about it, but this is basically the sale point of Zilliqa, that is kind of a better Ethereum, so to speak. A lot of people talk about it in that sense. Zilliqa is actually not that old. Like a couple more coins that we hold nowadays are not even that old. I mean, a lot of this stuff we're talking about here is not even 3 years old. But if you want to know more, just type it in, check it out, all right? I mean, I'm just giving a quick overview of what I'm holding and a little bit about why, not an in-depth freaking guide, because I don't have time for that. Then Cardano, pretty solid one as well. One of my favorite ones, so to speak. And the main reason I got into Cardano was because I like the founder. Charles Hoskinson is a co-founder of Ethereum, Cardano, IOHK, and IOHK is not a crypto but a company in Input Output Hong Kong, but also of Ethereum Classic. And even though I think Ethereum Classic is pure shit, I really don't like it at all, I do like Cardano and I do like Ethereum, as I said before. And what Cardano has basically done is take Ethereum's approach and make it a lot better. Through a very slow process, because it's peer research based, I think is the official naming of all of it. But what they basically do is they research their stuff very properly, they make sure it's all set in place correctly, and then they go for it. Meaning it's a lot slower. It's a lot slower, but it does it just securely and very, very properly. And now a couple of cool things, for example, what's happening to Cardano right now is they've also added some, I guess, Solidity, so the main programming language for Ethereum, capabilities on Cardano. So a lot of these guys who want to switch over from Ethereum to a newer network platformer, like for example Cardano, then have a little bit less of an issue of programming on there, as Cardano is or has a goal to become an advanced smart contract platform. Once more, this is competing with the likes of Ethereum and whatnot. Cardano is a decentralized public blockchain and a cryptocurrency project, which is fully open source and runs the blockchain for cryptocurrency called ADA. The platform works on a secure proof-of-stake algorithm named Ouroboros, which eliminates the need for energy consumption proof-of-work protocol, which partly resolves the scalability problem. Cardano's goal is to become an advanced smart contract platform, and again, it's one of the nicer ones out there if you were to personally ask me. This is the official quote: peer-to-peer innovation to provide financial services to 3 billion people around the world who don't have them, and that's the bigger goal behind them. The thing is, guys, I don't really look at the bigger goal sometimes for a lot of these coins. I just look at what they're doing right now and what can I profit with and what's good for me about this coin in comparison to some others. This is an interesting spelling here I just noticed right now. And yeah, there's quite a lot of competition in the smart contract realm, but EOS fell off quite hard, Neo fell off quite hard, Cardano being one of the top competitors for Ethereum right now with a lot of power behind it and some really core developments that Ethereum is never going to be able to keep up with. So it's kind of a question of, can Cardano keep up? Can Cardano take over? If we're looking at the fundamentals, then yes. If we're looking at the hype and the money that's being put in, definitely not. Then VeChain. Oh, wow, am I excited about VeChain and for their future. VeChain is a blockchain platform designed to enhance supply chain management and business processes. Its goal is to streamline these processes and information flow for complex supply chains through the use of distributed ledger technology, DLT, which, by the way, has been called out by the US as one of the 20 most important things to innovate on and to put money towards. The VeChain platform has two tokens, VeChain Token and VeChain Thor Energy, which again, you can kind of see as gas on Ethereum, I personally find. The former is used to transfer value across the VeChain's network, and the latter is used as energy or gas to power transactions, which Ethereum has too. If you've ever used a smart contract, you'll know what I'm talking about, but if not, just look it up for yourself really quickly. If you just want to buy Ethereum, you don't have to care about it. And if you're just buying VeChain, you don't have to care about that VeChain Thor energy either. It's not really that important for it. But let me give you guys some bigger insight into VeChain, because basically their philosophy, the Internet of Things, which a lot of people know already because it's has to do with your day-to-day life and your day-to-day stuff. For example, there's things in your car, in your fridge, and everywhere. There's like a thing, an internet connection, so to speak, where everything's kind of logged, but where things can operate with each other. And VeChain has kind of a philosophy where, for example, if you get some wine inside your house, I believe, first of all, one of their parts in their heads, in their philosophy, is that your fridge will know that you're out of something and, for example, add it to your list. That type of stuff, I believe, is maybe in their vision somewhere. But most importantly, they just want to make sure that all the supply chain is done properly. So, for example, if your shipping is a little bit too late, that it will adjust everything towards it, or at least let you know, because they know. But also, if your shipping contains something which it wasn't supposed to have, or something, they would know. And if you, for example, buy some shoes, you'd know they were authentic to the chip that's in there, and so forth and so on. If you're going to buy a wine, you have a little bit of a logo on there, which actually exists already, that you can check exactly what grape, where it came from, and so forth and so on. The same thing for cars, the same thing for everything. You can possibly store the mileage on there, so you can know exactly what is real and what is not. And that's the core behind VeChain. That's the power, just the storage and the supply chain, basically. Here you can see some key takeaways, yada, yada, yada. It plans to become a platform for ICOs and yada. I don't really think the platformer part about VeChain is so exciting. I mostly find the lifecycle management or product lifecycle management to be so exciting about them, and the partnerships that they have. VeChain is on a completely different level. And that kind of made me think about XRP here. There's also this thing called the Internet of Value, which Ripple wants to create, or I guess XRP is going to allow to create. And I know I'm skipping so many details here. I'm not going very into depth because, well, I was trying to make this a 10-minute video, but it already did not work out properly. The main thing behind Ripple and XRP's force, I guess, is the Internet of Value, which is the bigger picture of XRP kind of, or I should maybe say the XRP ledger being the middle of so much more. It's just kind of a realm on which everything will be based. Just type in Internet of Value to your internet browser, look it up really quickly and check it out. I'm going to Internet of Value. I'm just going to do that on the side here to show you guys exactly what they say on the Ripple official website here. I've showed this to you guys at least 10 times on the channel before. If you scroll down a little bit here, you can see, with the Internet of Value, a value transaction such as foreign currency payment can happen instantly, just as how people have been sharing words, images, and videos online for decades. And it's not just money. The Internet of Value will enable the exchange of any asset that is value or to value to someone, including stocks, votes, frequent flyer points, securities, intellectual properties, music, scientific discoveries, and more, which is a very interesting thing you start to think about it. And then two honorable mentions, which I hold, but I don't really talk about too often anymore, but I definitely do hold these ones, and I hold everything in this list just now. Stellar uses Lumen's XLM, its coin, as an intermediary for the exchange. It converts the funds from currency A into lumens onto the global marketplace, and then it takes those lumens and converts them to currency B for their user receiving these funds, which is quite a lot like XLM. If you check the channel, I've done a couple of videos explaining what the differences are, but they have the same founder who switched from XRP to XLM. Yet I'm a little bit less bullish on XLM than I am on XRP, yet it's still a coin with a ton of potential and a lot of money to be made. Definitely not gonna lie about that. They also have some really official partnerships, for example, with the German banks for stablecoins, which is pretty damn cool. And Chainlink, oh, this coin deserves a whole video on its own, because it's pretty hard to explain Chainlink to its real core. There are a couple of really good videos out there on YouTube, or I guess you can read this full article if you want a good understanding, but here's the summary. Chainlink is a decentralized oracle network, keyword oracle, that provides a real-world smart, or no, let me rephrase that. Provides real-world data to smart contracts on the blockchain. So it takes this real-life input, for example, an event that happened in real life, and logs it on the blockchain, or at least links it towards it. Smart contracts are pre-specified agreements on the blockchain that evaluate information and automatically execute when certain conditions are met. Link is the digital asset token used to pay for services on the network. And the cool thing about Chainlink is it really takes, I guess, a new layer of smart contracts where they can work and operate with real life changes, off-chain data. it's pretty damn interesting if you start to look a little bit further into it, and it's some concept which a lot of people, are speculating upon that might become the new standard of things, which is why a lot of people put money in that and why a lot of people are excited about it. So yeah, Chainlink is definitely on my hold list, and I definitely like it a lot. And that was it for today's video. All right, hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new, and now at least you know a little bit about what my main holds are. Of course, I hold different currencies. I actually have some EOS, I have some XMR, I have some USDC, I have some Tron, I have a lot of other currencies like XTZ here. The thing is though, I'm not as excited about those, and I'm not like really trying to talk about those every single day. I'm not really trying to, push my friends on top of them too much either. So yeah, I mean, why should I talk about them now, explaining why I hold them if I'm not so excited about them? These coins I'm crazy excited about, and I definitely will hold for a very, very long time. If anything changes, I'll definitely let you know on this channel, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.